Hey, all right, everybody, how's it going? Now, I got a couple of stories by here in front of me, and they're all tied together. Yeah, they are. They're all tied together. The top one here says the government is going to invest 65 million in curbside EV charging. Now, I got a story a little bit further down, and that's Caerphilly County, and they've had lots of people asking about curbside EV chargers, and they don't want to say yes to them. They want to go and have discussions about things. And this is not just Caerphilly Council. This is loads of other councils denying curbside chargers for one reason or another. They have about 10 meetings, think they're more important than they actually are. These councillors, they really do get on my nerves, honest to God. So let's go back to the first one. The second one, sorry. Electric car chargers turned down at Morrisons. So this was a story, I think it's a recent story, and if you look back on some of my videos last year, I did a similar story. I think it was, let me just look at the actual article, because I think it was the same company that's trying to install chargers, was it? Let me just have a look. I might be wrong, but anyway, if you watch my videos, if you go back a little bit further, I think it was a parish council. A parish council didn't want EV chargers put to this place because mainly stupid reasons. It was a bit of a NIMBYism as well going on. Now, I can understand people, if they live somewhere, they don't want anything extra built by their house. But look, EV charging isn't noisy, okay? And it's just not a noisy thing. I've been past EV chargers and nobody's having a party and slamming their doors left, right and centre. So this was West Norfolk Council officers objected, saying the application, this is for the Morrison one, application did not include enough information about how much noise would be generated by car doors closing. By car doors closing and vehicles driving off and on. Now, I'm just going to say something here. A petrol, especially a diesel car or van, driving on and off Elm High Road site is going to be far noisier than an electric car. Come on. What's going on with these stupid, idiotic councillors? Electric cars, 1 minute, electric cars are too quiet. Oh, they're too quiet. Now they're complaining they make too much noise driving off. It doesn't make any bloody sense, does it? Right, so, anyway, they said no to that because doors closing. Yeah, everybody's slamming their doors left, right and centre when they're charging, and they drive off like hooligans, according to the council. Anyway, so that was that, right? Now, the reason why I'm making a video about it is because I went and had a look online, and there's loads and loads of these local councils saying no to EV charging for reasons like that. Doors closing and driving off and on. Now, another thing is, if cars go on to charge, it's not going to be that many cars driving off and on because, like, the anti-EV people like to say, you're there longer than putting petrol in. So there's more petrol cars and diesel cars come. I know there's going to be more altogether, but, is an electric car noisy or is it quiet? Make your mind up, councils. Right, so I will do this one in Caerphilly because I'm in the Caerphilly County, and there was somebody asking. There's so many things popping up on his screen. Honest to God, how can you read anything nowadays, honestly? Now, Caerphilly County, they want community charging hubs proposed for electric vehicles. And let me just read a little bit further down. They said they've had increasing requests for public charging points, okay? Caerphilly County Borough Council, let me just check the date on this because this is back in October 2024, okay? So it's not that long ago. And the council have said, Caerphilly County Borough Council is coming up with ways to address increasing requests for public charging points. But they said it's still early days yet. It's not early days. What the are you talking about? Loads of people have got electric cars now. It's not early. Who are these? Oh, see, I'm going to go on a rant now in a minute. These people in the council, who are they? What's wrong with their noodles? Honest to God. But it says any council investment in the area's charging network is likely to take form of hubs for public use rather than developing more infrastructure outside people's homes. Yet again. Now, the government, the Labour government, want to put money towards curbside charging. But the local councils don't want to do it. So, who's in charge? The local councils or the main government? I don't bloody know. Councillor Nigel George, the Cabinet Member for Highway, said a more holistic hub-type strategy is more appropriate than individual on-street residential chargers. Now, Nigel George, let me just explain something. If they have curbside chargers, they will be able to have cheap overnight charging. If you have hub type, everywhere, even though having hubs everywhere is good, they're still going to have to pay through the nose. Because public EV charging is more expensive. These councillors, honest to God, I'm going to have to start going to these council meetings and put my hand up and say, oi, listen to me. So, like I said, this is why I wanted to make a video. Is there, wherever you live, have you heard of the local councillors talking nonsense about EV charging or curbside charging? Because it seems to me that there seems to be the main government, our government, the Labour government, want to go gung-ho with, getting people having chargers at their homes, and the local councils are going, well, we'd rather have hub-style chargers. And then when EV charging companies say, can we put it's ridiculous. So I can't get my head around this. So they're asking, the council is saying we want more hub-style chargers, but when EV charging companies want to put hubs in, they say, no, somebody's complained because they might hear a car door close a little bit too loud, and they don't allow them. So they're not allowing curbside chargers, and they're not allowing hubs either. They're not allowing anything. So what what are we going to do? Like I said, I went and looked online, and if you go and look online, you can see there's lots of different councils saying, no, we don't want them there because somebody said this and somebody said that, and there might be too much traffic coming out on the road, even though you wouldn't have that many electric cars charging. If you go and look at electric car charging hubs, say six chargers, and you count how many cars go in and out of that 6 hub thing, it's not that many, is it, over the space of an hour? It's not many at all. So I don't know. This is just me having a rant about the council, because the council get right on my nerves. So like I said, if you in your local council, have you heard of any stories of local councils either saying no to hubs or no to, people having chargers outside the houses who haven't got off-street parking? And another thing you was you. This is another reason why as well. It might be valid, it might not. Another reason in the Caerphilly County Council one is it said, we don't really want to go down the prospect of on-street chargers because it could cause rows between neighbours. The council report suggests any applications to install devices would have to be dealt by on a case-by-case basis and would put a huge burden on existing resources. it says by here, there was a disappointment from some committee members that a trial scheme of charging ducks in pavement had not been approved for Caerphilly. So there we go. Now, another thing about Caerphilly Council as well is the Caerphilly Council was supposed to introduce electric buses in 2020, and it's now 2025 and there's no blinking electric buses. So there we go. That's my rant for the day. Now there will be somebody did email me talking about the SMMT data, which is coming out on Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday, but they corrected me and said it's Wednesday. And this person was talking about the anti-EV mob have said that January will be a low month for EVs and a high month for petrol cars or diesel cars or whatever, because dealers have been holding back petrol and diesel cars until after the end of 2024, and all they've been pre-registering EVs. So we'll have a look. We'll have a look on Wednesday and see what it says. Now, if that is the case, and dealers have done that, they're really going to shoot themselves in the foot, because then they're starting off 2025 on the back foot, because they're already putting themselves behind, if that's the case. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out on Wednesday. I'll do a video on Wednesday. Anyway, if this video made any sense, and you have heard of your local councils talking a load of ghoulies, put it down in the comment section. I'd like to hear, if your local council has been good about EV charging and curbside charging or whatever, or have they been a bunch of buffoons as usual. Anyway, if you did like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ho-hoy!